Okay, dear student, welcome again. Let us discuss about PPT 14, that is our session 14 of communication system. So, in PPT 14, that is session 14, we are going to study the balanced modulator using FET, field effect transistor. Balanced modulator using field effect transistor and generation of single sideband using filter method. So in this PPT we are going to study these two. How the double sideband suppressed carrier is produced using balanced modulator, and another is generation of single sideband using filter method. Now first we shall discuss about balanced modulator. So I will write the circuit of balanced modulator using FET. So this is a simple circuit. This is a transformer. Let T1 is this input transformer, and it is exactly center tapped with some capacitor to produce or to make it as a tank circuit, and another capacitor to make it as a tank circuit. Then two FETs. This is the symbol of FET. So that this is the source, this is the gate, and this is the drain of FET. Another FET. This is symbol representation of FET. This is gate, this is source, and this is drain. And assume that the two FET1 and FET2 are exactly identical. Now consider another transformer here. Say let T2 is the another transformer. And this is output transformer T3. This is our output transformer T3. And finally, the output is taken across the secondary of output transformer T3. This is primary, this is secondary. Let RL is the load resistance across which the output voltage VO is taken. This is a simple circuit used to produce double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulated wave. So this is a simple FET circuit used to produce double sideband. Andre the AM wave consists of three components: carrier frequency plus upper sideband plus lower sideband. So this circuit produces both upper sideband and lower sideband, hence the name double sideband suppressed carrier. Carrier signal is suppressed. It produces only sidebands, and normal carrier frequency component in the AM wave is suppressed. Now let us apply a power supply here. This is the voltage applied to this drain. This is the voltage applied to this drain. If I will call this as VDD, voltage applied to the This is negative and positive. This is the gate source voltage. PG1, PGS1. This is another gate source voltage, VGS2. Now let EM is equal to EM into sine of omega EMT is the modulating voltage applied to the transformer T1. Since this transformer secondary is exactly center tapped, upper half of is plus EM and lower half of is minus EM. Let a carrier signal EC is applied. Let a carrier signal EC, which is given by EC sine of omega CT. This carrier signal EC, which is equal to EC sine of omega CT, is applied to the transformer T2. Therefore, voltage to the source is EC. Voltage to the source is also EC. Here it is plus EM. Here it is EM. And this is EC. Therefore, VGS1 is equal to, this is EM and this is EC. Therefore, VGS1 is equal to EM plus EC. It is equal to VGS. Here, minus EM, negative half. This is EC. Therefore, minus EM plus EC is our VGS2. Therefore, VGS2 is EC minus EM. Therefore, the gate source voltage of the FET1 is EC plus EM. Gate source voltage of FE2 is EC minus EM. Now first, consider when no modulating signal is considered. That is when EM is 0. When there is no modulating signal. So EM is equal to 0. Therefore, VGS1 is EC. VGS2 is also EC because EM equals 0. Since this is also EC, this is also EC, both gate source voltage of this one and this one are equal, and therefore the drain current ID1 and drain current ID2 are equal. These two, ID1 flows in this direction, ID2 flows in this direction. These two are equal current, flows in the opposite direction. Therefore, net value at this point is 0. Therefore, when there is no modulation index, when there is no modulating voltage, EM equals 0. When there is only carrier signal EC, the net current at the output of the transformer ID, which is equal to ID1 minus ID2, because ID1 and ID2 are flowing in the same line but in the opposite direction. Therefore, it is ID1 minus ID2. Since voltage is EC, voltage is EC, ID1 is equal to ID2. Since these two are equal, the net drain current is 0. That means there is no current at the output due to carrier signal only. That means there is no carrier output. That is, the carrier signal is suppressed at the output, that is removed at the output. Now, consider when EM is present, that is when the modulating voltage is present. When the modulating voltage EM is applied, the net voltage VGS1 is EM plus EC plus EM. This is EC, this is EM. EC plus EM is equal to VGS1. Similarly, this is minus EM. This is EC. EC minus EM is the voltage between these two. VGS2 is EC minus EM. Therefore, gate source voltage of first FET is EC plus EM. Gate source voltage of the second FET is EC minus EM. Now, the drain current ID in terms of gate source voltage is given by ID is equal to VGS plus some constant VGS plus some constant to VGS squared plus C into VGS cube plus etc. Higher terms are very small, you can neglect it. Consider only the two terms. This is the equations between drain current and gate source voltage. Drain current is equal to some constant into gate source voltage plus some another constant to gate source voltage square plus another constant to gate source voltage q plus etc. plus etc. Since all the higher terms are very small, you can neglect it. Consider only two terms. Therefore, ID1 is the current of FET1. ID2 is the current of FET2. Voltage of the gate source voltage of FET1 is VGS1. Gate source voltage of FET2 is VGS2. Therefore, the drain current ID1 for FET1, it is equal to A into VGS1 plus B into VGS1 squared. Equation 1. The drain current ID2 of FET, second FET, drain current of first FET is A VGS1 plus B VGS1 squared. VGS1 is the voltage, ID1 is the current. For the second FET, ID is ID2, VGS is VGS2. Therefore, it is A VGS2 plus B VGS2 square is equation 2. But we know that this ID1 flows in this direction, this ID2 flows in this direction. These two current flowing through this line is ID1 minus ID2, that is net drain current. Therefore, the net drain current ID is equal to ID1 minus ID2. ID1 minus ID2. Substitute this ID1 and ID2 from here. You get ID is equal to, ID1 is A VGS1 plus B VGS1 squared minus ID2 is minus A VGS2 minus of plus minus B VGS2 whole squared. Now, we know that gate source voltage VGS1 is EC plus EM. Similarly, gate source voltage of second transistor FET2 is EC minus EM. So, VGS1 is EC plus EM, VGS2 is EC minus EM. Substitute these two values in this expression. You get, on substituting these two, you get ID is equal to A into VGS1 is EC plus EM. VGS1 is EC plus EM. A into EC plus EM plus B into VGS1 squared. B into EC plus EM squared minus A into VGS2 is EC minus EM. Therefore, it is A into EC minus EM minus B into VGS2 is EC minus EM. EC minus EM whole square. Calculate this. AEC, A into EC plus A into EM plus this is A plus B whole squared is A squared plus B squared plus 2AB. Therefore, on solving this, you get BEC squared plus BEM squared plus 2BEC EM minus AEC minus of minus plus AEM. Come to this. Minus B into A minus B whole squared is A squared minus B squared minus 2AB. Multiply this by minus B. You get minus BE squared C minus BE squared M minus 2ECM into B of minus, that is plus 2BECM. Here plus BEC squared minus BEC squared cancelled, plus BEM squared minus BEM squared is cancelled, minus AEC plus AEC is cancelled, AEM plus AEM, this is a minus AEM, these two get cancelled. Therefore, you get the drain current ID. Therefore, you get drain current ID is equal to 2BECEM plus 2BECEM is 4BEC into EM. Substitute for EC and EM. Drain current ID is equal to 4B. EC is nothing but EC sin of omega CT. EM is nothing but EM sin of omega MT. This is modulating voltage, this is carrier voltage, which is given by this, which is equal to 4B EC EM are constant. I will take it as K. So you have K into sin of omega CT into sin of omega MT. You know that sin A into sin B is half of cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. Here A is omega CT, B is omega MT. Sin omega CT into sin of omega MT is half of cos of omega CT minus omega MT minus cos of omega CT plus omega MT. K by 2 is again another constant, say K dash. It is nothing but cos of omega C minus omega M into T, T is common, minus cos of omega C plus omega M into T. This is the drain current. So ID is equal to K into sin omega CT into sin omega MT. Sin A sin B is half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Here A is omega CT and B is omega MT. Therefore, half of cos of omega CT minus omega MT minus cos of omega CT plus omega MT, that is sin omega CT into sin omega MT, which is equal to K. 2 is constant, K is constant. So K by 2 is another constant, say K dash is equal to cos of omega C minus omega M into T. T is common factor. Cos of omega C minus omega M into T minus cos of, again T is common factor, omega C plus omega M into T. Therefore, the drain current is given by one lower side band frequency component of the upper side band frequency component. That is lower side band and upper side band. In this expression, there is no omega C, that is carrier frequency is not there. Therefore, carrier is suppressed. Only two side bands are produced at the output. Therefore, this ID1 minus ID2 is induced into this. So, this ID across RL will give you the output voltage VO. This is VO is equal to current into resistance ID RL. ID does not contain carrier signal. It contains only upper side band and lower side band. That is two side band. Therefore, it is called double side band. Since carrier is not there, we can call it as double side band carrier suppressed. So, double side band suppressed carrier. Double side band suppressed carrier. So, this is how the side bands are produced using FET modulator. So, in this PPT, we are going to generation of SSB, single side band, using filter method. Filter method is also called 90-degree phase shift method. Phase shift method. So we know that the amplitude modulated wave has three components: normal carrier frequency component, one upper sideband frequency component, that is omega c plus omega m, and lower sideband frequency component, that is omega c minus omega m. This is the amplitude modulated wave. Omega c is there, omega c plus omega m upper sideband frequency is there, lower sideband frequency is also there. Now we can suppress this carrier omega c. You can suppress any one of these sidebands. Say I will suppress this, and you can generate only one sideband. That is the generation of single sideband. Generation of single sideband means in the complete amplitude modulated wave, the carrier frequency Fc is suppressed, and one of the sideband frequency, say Fc minus Fm, is suppressed. Only one sideband frequency, that is Fc plus Fm or omega c plus omega m, is generated. That is single sideband generation. This is achieved using filter method. In this filter method, first let us consider the modulating signal. The modulating signal Em is the modulating signal. Em is represented by Em of sine of omega mt. This is our message signal. It is also called modulating. Both are same, message signal or modulating signal. So message signal or modulating signal voltage Em, it is represented by Em sin omega mt. It is applied to the input of one balanced modulator. This is balanced modulator M1. Just we have studied the balanced modulator. Input of this balanced modulator is Em sin omega mt. That is message signal or modulating signal. Another input should be carrier signal. Now let us consider a carrier signal here. The carrier signal is represented by Ec, which is given by Ec sin of omega ct. This is our carrier signal. Okay. Now I will add this carrier signal to a phase shift circuit. It is a 90-degree phase shift circuit. This 90-degree phase shift circuit will add 90-degree to this incoming signal. The incoming signal to this is Ec sin omega ct. Therefore, this will add 90-degree to this signal, and therefore output of this 90-degree phase is Ec sin of omega ct plus 90. Here it is Ec sin omega ct, 90 degrees added. Therefore, output of this is Ec sin of omega ct plus 90. And we know that sin of 90 plus theta is cos theta. Therefore, this is equal to Ec sin 90 plus omega ct is cos of omega ct. This Ec cos omega ct is carrier signal applied to balanced modulator M1. This is our modulating signal applied to balanced modulator M1. Therefore, output of this balanced modulator produces double sideband signal. Here carrier is suppressed. You get out of the output of the balanced modulator, just we have studied, when carrier signal is applied and when modulating signal is also applied to the balanced modulator, the output is a double sideband frequency. Here you have one upper sideband frequency component and another lower sideband frequency component. Example, this is cos of omega c plus omega m into t minus cos of omega c minus omega m into t. Now this Em sin of omega mt, Em sin omega mt here is added to 90-degree phase shift circuit. This will add 90 degree to this Em sin omega mt. Therefore, output of this is Em into sin of omega mt plus 90. But by definition, we know that sin 90 plus theta is cos theta. Therefore, this is Em cos of omega m into t. This is modulating signal, and this is EC sin omega CT is carrier signal. Take this carrier signal, take this modulating signal, and let us apply these two signal. This is carrier signal, this is modulating signal. Apply to another balanced modulator. Balanced modulator. This balanced modulator M2 produces double sideband. Since this is cos omega mt and this is sin omega ct, you get the double sideband as cos of omega c plus omega m into t plus cos of omega c plus omega m into t. Now output of this is added to an adder circuit. This is an adder circuit. This adder circuit, cos omega c plus omega m into t minus cos of omega c plus omega mt and cos of omega c plus omega m into t plus cos of omega c plus omega t. These two signals this is added, this is also added. This is minus cos omega c plus omega m into t. This is plus cos of omega c plus omega m into t. Therefore, this plus sign and minus n get cancelled. Cos of omega c plus omega m into t, adder. Here it is also cos of omega c plus omega m into t. Therefore, output of this is 2 times cos of omega c plus omega m into t. This is the output of the circuit. That output contains only omega c plus omega m, that is upper sideband only. There is no omega c minus omega m, that is lower sideband is suppressed, and there is no omega c, therefore carrier frequency is also suppressed. Only one sideband is produced, that is the generation of single sideband using filter method or 90-degree phase shift method. Thank you.